Bells of St. Peter's rang across Rome, but they did not bring comfort. Their sound was swallowed by a silence that felt unnatural. It was not the hush of prayer, nor the stillness of reverence. It was the silence of watching eyes, of restrained breath, of something moving unseen. And within that silence, the first wolf prowled. He did not arrive with growl or snarl. No, he came clothed in white. His steps echoed softly across marble floors, his hands folded as though in devotion. To the untrained eye, he appeared a shepherd, a guardian of the flock. But the heart of this man was not bent in service, it was lifted in ambition. For he desired not to kneel before the altar, he longed to sit upon it. Ambition in the church is an ancient poison. It was the sin of Lucifer, who would not serve but sought a throne higher than God's. It was the arrogance of kings who crowned themselves above the altar. And now, in our day, ambition has entered the sanctuary once more. It smiles, it bows, it blesses. Yet beneath the robe lies a hunger that cannot be satisfied. I tell you, beloved, this wolf did not bare his teeth. He cloaked them. He offered blessings as though they were prayers, but his heart was calculating. Each gesture was measured. Each silence was a performance. His presence carried weight, but it was not the weight of holiness. It was the weight of control. For many months, decisions were made in secret. Promotions and appointments were guided not by faith, but by allegiance. Those who resisted him found themselves pushed aside, their voices drowned beneath the ceremony of his ambition, and many, blinded by the white robe, mistook him for holy. But beloved, not every garment is truth. A shepherd's cloak can cover a wolf's skin. The first wolf was confident, and why should he not be? The faithful still bowed, the crowds still applauded. His voice still echoed across basilicas, and his name was spoken with reverence. He walked as though untouchable, his throne surrounded by ritual, his authority guarded by centuries of tradition. Yet arrogance always leaves cracks, and it was in those cracks that truth began to shine. For ambition cannot remain hidden forever. In private moments, his words betrayed impatience. In decisions, his hands revealed restlessness. In silence, his eyes flickered with fear. His mask, the mask of humility, began to slip. And once a mask slips, it cannot be restored. Beloved, do you see? This wolf sought to rule, but his rule was only a shadow. His smile trembled, his steps faltered. The silence that once surrounded him out of reverence grew heavy with suspicion. Where ambition rises, collapse is never far behind. It is written, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And so the proud fall not always with a crash, but with a slow unraveling, a withering that begins in the heart and spreads until the mask falls away. The first wolf teaches us this. Not every robe is holy. Not every word is spirit-born. Not every hand raised in blessing carries grace. You must discern, not by appearance, but by fruit. For where ambition reigns, corruption soon follows. And what of the flock? What of those who must walk in the days when ambition sits upon the altar? Shall they remain undefended, left bare against the hunger of wolves? No, beloved. The Lord has not left his children without weapons. When wolves prowl in the sanctuary, you must guard the sanctuary of your homes. When ambition claws at the altar, you must protect your own tables. That is why I placed into your hands 12 prophetic rituals with oil, with salt, and with holy water. These are not superstitions. They are shields drawn from the well of faith, a drop of oil upon the forehead, a grain of salt upon the threshold. Water blessed in the name that is above every name. These acts may seem small, but they confound the designs of the enemy. They are weapons of the humble that wolves cannot withstand. Do not leave your doorposts bare. Do not let your homes remain unguarded. If ambition claws at Rome, let it not claw at your children. Take the shield of faith into your hands. Act, bless, protect. For in these simple obediences lies great strength. The first wolf walks still, but he does not walk in your house, not if you rise, not if you stand, not if you guard what God has entrusted to you. And now, beloved, I speak plainly. Silence in this hour is not innocence. To watch and say nothing is to surrender. And surrender is the very feast of the wolves. So I call upon you now, not tomorrow, not in another hour, but in this very moment, testify. Let your word stand as a wall of light against the shadow of ambition. Right below this proclamation, truth shall prevail. Do not hesitate. Do not say, another will speak. The wolves thrive when the flock grows quiet, but they tremble when even the least of the faithful raises their voice. Fill this place with a chorus that no darkness can silence. Let every comment bear witness. Let every line drive back the wolves. Truth shall prevail. Write it, confess it, proclaim it, and let heaven and earth bear witness that the flock of Christ still stands unbroken. The first wolf craved power. His robe was white, but his heart was lifted in pride. Yet pride does not walk alone. Where ambition takes root, another shadow follows close behind, deception. And deception does not need claws, it needs only a tongue. The second wolf entered quietly, not with force, but with words. He was not feared for his strength, nor for his wealth, but for his voice. His lips were smooth, his tone persuasive. He spoke as though every syllable carried wisdom, as though his mouth were a fountain of truth. But children, not every clear voice carries light. Some voices charm only to capture. Some words flow like honey, but their sweetness hides venom. This wolf spoke with eloquence, yet his heart was not with the truth. His gift was not given to serve, but to control. He crafted narratives, twisted meanings, dressed lies in the garments of truth. He knew that power could be taken not only with thrones, but with stories. And so he spoke always, endlessly, persuasively. In homilies, in meetings, in corridors, he shaped the air with words until the faithful no longer trusted their own sight. He knew that to deceive, one need not silence the truth completely, only to bury it under a flood of words. The second wolf thrived in times of confusion. Whenever scandal shook the walls, he was there with an explanation. Whenever the faithful began to ask questions, he was there with soothing replies. And many, weary of doubt, leaned upon his voice as though it were a staff. But a false staff breaks in the hand of the one who leans upon it. Do you not see, beloved? This wolf wielded not teeth, but language. He hid poison beneath eloquence, wrapped lies in piety, and taught that darkness was only another shade of light. And the flock, too tired, too trusting, nodded along. Yet no mask lasts forever. The silver tongue began to stumble. He contradicted himself. His words grew frantic, not steady. What once sounded smooth became desperate, strained. Those who once listened with ease began to hear the tremor behind his speech. Truth has a way of exposing lies, not with thunder, but with quiet consistency. And so the wolf grew nervous, his voice cracking like a mask splitting. It is written, "By their fruits you shall know them, not by their eloquence, not by their charm, not by the polish of their speech. Fruit reveals the tree." And the fruit of the silver tongue was confusion, division, and doubt. Beloved, the second wolf lives not only in Rome, but wherever voices twist the truth. He sits at microphones, he writes in headlines, he cloaks falsehood with holy phrases. He is not new, he is as old as Eden, when the serpent whispered, "Did God really say? And what defense has the flock? If lies flood every chamber, how shall truth be guarded?" Here, children, I remind you, the Lord has not left you defenseless. When deception spreads, discernment must rise, and discernment does not come from intellect alone. It is sharpened by prayer, by consecration, by ritual acts that bind your home in light. That is why I prepared for you 12 prophetic rituals with oil, with salt, and with holy water. For the wolf's voice is loudest when the house is bare, but weakest when the threshold is blessed. A grain of salt upon the doorway, a drop of oil upon the forehead, water sanctified in Christ's name, sprinkled upon the rooms, these acts are not empty symbols. They confuse the deceiver. They blind his schemes. They train the ears of your heart to hear truth and reject lies. Beloved, do not think deception will stay in Rome. It seeks your families. It slips into the voices your children hear. It seeps into the words spoken in your gatherings. Guard your homes. Bless them. For a blessed home is a house that does not easily fall prey to the silver tongue. The wolf thrives where ears are unguarded. Let your ears be guarded. The wolf thrives where hearts are careless. Let your hearts be sealed. The wolf thrives where rituals are mocked. Let your homes be sanctuaries. The silver tongue is unraveling. His eloquence is faltering. His words, once smooth, are breaking under the weight of truth. He cannot last, for truth endures where lies crumble. Yet the question remains, will you endure with truth, or will you drift with the lie? Do not mistake passivity for safety. To say nothing, to discern nothing, is not peace, it is surrender. And surrender is the feast of wolves. Therefore I call upon you now, do not leave this word in silence. Proclaim with your voice, and let your proclamation stand with mine. Write below in the comments these words, "Christ is my refuge." Write it not as ritual, but as confession. Let the wolves see it. Let the deceivers tremble at it. Let the faithful be strengthened by it. For when hundreds proclaim together, the lie is drowned, and truth resounds like thunder. Beloved, you are not voiceless. Do not say, "What power has my word?" The smallest testimony is greater than the loudest lie. Speak, proclaim, fill the page below until no falsehood can be seen.